What's up, fellas? Sorry for the 2012 Elliott Hulse title. I didn't know how else to get you to click on a video talking about the importance of light days. Actually, I'm not sorry. One, we're going to be talking about some cool shit today. And two, the most favorite thing of mine on YouTube when it comes to the creative process is making the ridiculous thumbnails and titles. So I find it to be hilarious, but what we're going to talk about today is light days. Something that I've been saying a lot lately is that going heavy on your light days or your secondary days is just cope. It's cope for the fact that you're not bigger or stronger than you would like to be. And I don't say that from derision as if I haven't done that myself. I've done that quite often, bro, to be honest with you, because it's easy to just go as hard as you can, lift as much weight as you can for whatever exercise you're doing, and then not have to think about what you're doing. And that's why I did it. It's very oonga boonga. I see the appeal, and it does work to an extent. Now, I'm sure that that's pretty confusing because I'm sure you've also heard people say that if you train like a little bitch, you're not going to get bigger. So it's hard to reconcile the two mentally. I'm here to tell you today that light days, we'll figure out a cooler name to give it, but they can be engaging and productive as well. All right, dude, first thing, the name, right? Light day is dork mode. I want a jock mode name. So pump blast, or what I call it in my training log more often, pump fuck workouts. So pump fuck workouts or pump blast workouts sound a lot cooler. Shout out to Kirst and the large lads. I'm jacking y'all's lingo. Dork mode versus jock mode. It's like a virgin versus Chad, I guess. So like I said, I go quite heavy in my training often, all the time, and just go as hard as I can quite often. But pump blast workouts or pump fuck workouts, or for people that don't speak jock, light and medium days, they're very effective, and they're really good at making sure that that heavy day, the day where you actually do the most muscle damage or moving the needle forward in terms of growth, is as strong and as effective as it can be. So it's supporting that heavy day and not necessarily just being another heavy day. Does that make sense? Think of it like this, dude. I'm gonna give you another comparison or a way to think about it. You can sprint really fast over a short distance for a short amount of time. And if you take time to recover with either jogging or walking in between your sprints, you can sprint cumulatively and get really good work in for a lot longer than if you just try to run as hard as you can for as long as you can without stopping. You're gonna end up trying really hard and feeling like you're doing really good work, but you're doing a lot of nothing. You're trying really hard to run slow as fuck after a certain point. The light and medium days are exactly like jogging and walking. Now you tell me, you jogging after sprinting, is that shit easy, or is it still a good workout? And just walking really ain't a walk in the park either, despite the fact that you're walking. You just sprinted, then jogged, and now you're walking. It's the same type of structure. I think it also really helps to think of each day as having its own specific goal, meaning for my heavy day, my goal is to get as strong as possible, to do the most muscle damage as possible, and that be what really is moving the needle forward the most in terms of my training. If I have a secondary day, it's extra practice with whatever I was doing on my primary day, but I'm also trying to work on a physical quality that I wasn't working on my primary day. So like working on a deeper stretch, motions that put us at a disadvantage. In other words, a self-limiting variation, get more out of less weight, whatever you want to call it, doing movements like that that are similar to what we did on our primary day. And overall, just getting a fucking gnarly pump, hence the name pump fuck. And if I have a third day, it's just more of the same thing. Practice, pump. You see how that sounds way fucking cooler than just doing light and medium days? Jock mode versus dork mode. The jock mode stuff just sounds cooler. All jokes aside though, fellas, I don't genuinely believe in the jock versus dork mode shit. I just think it's a funny and engaging way to talk about hitting a light day. This ain't all fucking new information, bro. It's just, I'm bringing you something that has worked really well for me and giving it to you in a way that is funny and that you'll want to implement and be excited about. Because I'm excited about hitting my pump fuck workouts. I don't know about y'all. Last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with is an example. So here's a secondary bench workout that's also really heavy on bodybuilding. It's a full-blown arm day. You're hitting your shoulders and you're hitting your abs really hard as well. I'm gonna leave that for you. something ripped straight out of one of my programs, which you can find for free on Bootcamp. Click the link in the description for free to check that out. I ripped it straight out of there. This is specifically from a version of Beast Slayer, because Beast Slayer is totally customizable. It's malleable. You can turn it into whatever kind of program that you want. I personally turned it into a bench/bodybuilding program with 3 arm days, bench volume so I can get my bench stronger, and then a lot of leg volume as well, because I want to bring up the legs even more, trying to pass that 28-inch leg barrier. All that being said, I released a version of Beast Slayer, a template called Beast Slayer Black Swordsman. I put that on Patreon to beta test it, and just to make sure that, you know, Patreon guys eat, because I get a lot of love from them, as I say all the time. I will be releasing a few templates outside of that to include overhead press, weighted calisthenics, powerlifting, and maybe a couple other ones. I'll be releasing those all for free, eventually publicly. Like I said, I just want to beta test them first, and Patreon is a good place to put that. But if you're interested in running a version of Beast Slayer that is uncustomized to turn it into whatever you want it to, like I said, you can find that for free on Bootcamp. Thanks for watching, fellas. I'm going to go inside. I've enjoyed this beautiful day outside. I've walked all around to make this YouTube video, but I'm going to go get some food. I'm hungry as fuck. Y'all watch these videos now that you've watched this one. Have a good day.